How's everybody doing? Is Dr. K here for our Sunset Musings and Wisdom Wednesdays. We have lots of wind today, you guys, so I don't know if it's going to work. Look at this beautiful, isn't that pretty? Look at that gorgeous thing. This is a Palo Verde tree that has died, unfortunately, but it's just so gorgeous. So if you can handle the wind today, I have some wisdom for you, and if not, I'll just share that another time. But I want to show you in the meantime, as the sun is setting, here is a beautiful Mr. Saguaro. You know, these little babies, they're already so many years old. It's amazing. How is everybody? It's so good to see you. Look at me. I'm going to have quite the hairdo today. So hang in there with me. Oh, I also found, look at this most beautiful feather. It fell off, you know, in the saguaros, the cactus wren and other birds, they live there. And I was walking up to one, and these babies in there, they probably thought I'm bringing them food, or they were hungry, so they were making so much noise. I have this little stand here. Hi, Mary. Just FYI there for you, I did reach out and I didn't hear back, so just saying. So I wanted to make sure we're all good, so we'll connect afterwards, okay? But I did reach out last night. So this is our sunset today. Can you hang in there with the wind? I have some wisdom, and I'm going to share it right now as we're watching the sunset. So twofold. One is practical, and I'm gonna stand here, so maybe I'll guard the wind. Hi, Kathleen. And one is a little bit more spiritual, and it just came to me today, and it felt like such truth, even though it's gonna sound like a totally crazy thing, but I'll save that for later, and I'll share with you the practical one. Can you see it okay? There, beautiful. And somebody's coming to say hi. So, you know, I have shared with you, and I don't fully quite understand the process of the viral shedding. I have to look more into it. I've asked a lot of doctors and scientists, and it's a little bit of a kind of an unknown. However, I have had quite a few people that have experienced symptoms. One of them is the wife of a husband who got vaccinated, and she got really sick afterwards, already having a weak immune system. And we did this such simple treatment, and she was better almost immediately. It was profound, and I want to share that with you. You know, I have always asked, like, what is the thing to do? Like, what do I have in my toolbox that I can offer to my patients? And I know I shared with you this meditation that right off the bat, when the virus came on, you know, I was asking, what do I do? And it was so profound, this love just enveloping the big particle of virus, and the virus being so inert and so like literally non-contagious, just sitting there in the ball of love. And I thought, oh wow, this is like such a profound message. And now with the vaccine, it's a whole different story, or so-called vaccine. I have been asked by a few people to actually not call it vaccine, because it is not a vaccine. Come on, I'm gonna hold this right here. Is that all right? Can you guys handle? Hang in there. So, besides the terminology though, there are things that are being caused by the spike protein, either by people who have been vaccinated, or apparently by the people that are in close proximity to those that are vaccinated. One of the other patients is a hairdresser who's being exposed for many hours to, you know, being near the people that are vaccinated, and she has not had the virus, she has not been vaccinated, and she started having a loss of smell and loss of appetite and quite a few symptoms. And it's just really like very out there as far as what's happening. And the one thing I was sharing with the patient today, you know, if we really acknowledge that we don't know, that we really don't know what the next step is, where we're at, what is going to happen, we would be so much better off just coming from that place, instead of pretending that we know what is actually happening, and telling people it's all okay. So anyway, so that's just on the side. But there is a protocol that I came across by somebody I do trust in his work, David Wolfe, who I have worked with for a long time, and he is very much into using food as medicine. And a lot of the protocol makes a lot of sense because it is, my microphone is going to blow in the wind. The protocol is kind of what we have done already to help the immune system, but it helps with the to prevent the damage from the spike protein derivatives due to either the vaccination or to protect from viral shedding. And I'm going to post this underneath today. But it's the good oldies, you know, it's the vitamin C, it's the zinc, and it's the D3. And we have already, if you have been listening to anything I'm saying, we have been doing this from day one. So we're right on board. And a few things to add are some antioxidants and some other nutrients, such as I have felt so drawn to taking iodine lately. And iodine, now I understand why, because iodine is one of the protective things against this. So this is really important to add iodine, to add quercetin, which is a powerful bioflavonoid, and then to add PQQ, which is a pyrroloquinone quinone. And what that is, it's a substance that really helps with mitochondrial health. I will talk to you more about mitochondrial health, and I have shared so much, but a lot of all of this comes down to the health of mitochondria, and our mitochondria has been so kind of plugged up and sluggish, and it's, you know, nutrients are not getting in, and it's not able to provide the energy that it needs to. And oftentimes all these damages do happen when our mitochondria is not 100% functioning. That's why I love the ozone, because it really helps the mitochondrial health. However, so this is all oral and anybody can take it. You guys, this is really nice hello there. This is really nice in the tree. I may just leave it here. Oh, and the wind is a little bit hidden too, but this is beautiful. So enjoy the sunset, and as you are doing that, again, I was asked, what can I do? And it became very clear to use the patient's blood as its own medicine, because we have done a lot of the videos on, but this one is using the blood. And what we do, and I'm going to do a little demo and I'll post that separately, but we just take a little bit of blood. We actually ozonate it. However, so if there's any doctor that's able to just draw blood and re-inject it back into the patient just as is, that's going to be good. We could enhance it with two things. One is mix it with ozone, and three, there's a homeopathic that's from German company called Engystol. And that combination of those three, patient's own blood, Engystol, and ozone, is superior when it comes to healing those symptoms, either from the damage from the vaccine or from the actual, you know, spike protein shedding or whatever it is that is going on right now. So I've actually seen that firsthand, and it's something that we'll just be doing more and more, so I'll keep you updated on that. But we have things, and I'm very excited about that. We have things that we can actually do to help people. So as you're enjoying the sunset right there, and I think you can see it okay. Oh, I'm so glad you can see it. Good. And the hearts are really good. So with that said, aw, thank you. There's a beautiful doggy. I'll show you. Look at that. There's the doggy. Oh, it's a beautiful lady. So we're doing our video, and she actually went the other way. That is so nice. Okay, so as you're enjoying the last bit of the sun, I have another message that just came so clear today. I'll wait for the sun to set, and then I will put it out there in the wind. And if it's not something you can hear, then I will share that with you another time. Today is not a single cloud. It's quite amazing. And yesterday I was like, oh, the saguaros. And this morning they were all blooming. So by the time we come in for our sunset, they're all closed already. It's getting a little too late for the sunset. So they're going to sleep early. I'm really contemplating going down to the Saguaro National Park because, oh, those are so majestic down there. If you haven't been down in Tucson, it's gorgeous. Thank you, son. Okay, let's see this very last bit behind the without the tree. Ah, there we go. Nice and beautiful visual. Thank you, day. Thank you, sun. Still a powerful week. Remember from the astrology from my friend from yesterday, very powerful month. We're basically in the middle of a powerful month, May. So we're right on. Something beautiful is brewing and cooking. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This was lovely. So for today's Wisdom Wednesday, as the sun has gone sleep and will come back, I really want to share with you something. So this is what I got today. It was so powerful. A lot of people are going to think I'm totally crazy putting it out there, but it felt so true. And we have spoken about vaccine, and there's this, somebody needs to go to Europe and their husband has gotten vaccinated. In order for them to go from country to country, they have to either have had the virus or have this vaccine passport, or at least some countries are allowing us at least to get tested, right? A lot of them, like the neighboring country of my home country, Slovakia, unfortunately, you cannot do that. So that's kind of where my parents used to go always so they can't even go right now. And she's like, oh, what is happening? And then so we talked and see what needs to be done and all that. And it came so clearly, and I'll share that with you as close as how it kind of presented is, there is time right now. So I'll share with you that there's something about the female energy coming forward right now. There's the female energy is being asked to step up because of the wisdom, and it's the wisdom that comes from the heart, and it's not overshadowed by the ego and the power and the have to manifest no matter what. It's that, like, the river flowing that creates, and that is what's being asked right now of humanity. And you see all those things, like how many people got vaccinated. I'm driving and I see these boards like 5.6 million doses given, join us, or 3 million Arizonians vaccinated, join us. And I'm like, how many Arizonians are there? It's like 4 million are still not vaccinated, join that. But anyway, so there's that. And I thought, oh my gosh, so we are at this brink. There's something happening with humanity, and there is a huge opportunity for powerful evolution of us human species. And there's something with this quote-unquote vaccine that's tampering in one way or another. We don't quite know yet what's happening, but it's using part of a DNA molecule, so it's tampering with our genetic material somehow, even though we don't quite know yet, and it's perceived to be safe. There's something that the human mind, the ego human mind, is changing in our human genetic being, which makes us who we are as humans. And I thought there is, and it doesn't have to be many people, but there is something so powerful, and there's this huge responsibility about preserving the truth. This is going to sound so crazy, but preserving the truth of who we are as human beings, and preserving the truth of our DNA without actually having that be tempered with. It feels like it's something that is a responsibility to be really held and honored and cherished and not be ashamed of, and doesn't have to be shouted to the crowds and say, don't do that, because I'm not. It's like just honoring that and being so like in awe of our human being as it is. And I feel it's like, okay, so if there's just that's going to happen for whoever is in that same consciousness or space, it's just going to be beautiful. And I thought, I don't know if that makes any sense what I'm saying, but it just feels like it's something to be fully just almost like this grace about it, and a grace about all of it. Because I'm not saying that if I get vaccinated versus don't, it can be at any given point. I feel like it can happen even with the vaccine, but it's something to become aware of and become conscious of. That there is this precious human genetic genome, really, that we have been given, and it's something to be very in honor of and very proud of and very conscious of. That's all I'm saying. So that was my Wisdom Wednesday tip for today. However it came out, you let me know. It just felt like a profound truth, so I wanted to share that with you. You have a most amazing rest of the day. I will see you tomorrow for sure. I will post the tidbits on the physical protection, and I just appreciate you all so much, and enjoy the rest of the day. Take good care. Bye, and thank you.